This week on Summer Movie Throwback, we are sticking with Mission Impossible by going back to Mission Impossible 2. This is by most people is considered the worst of the franchise, and I can't say I disagree with them, but I'll get to that later. First, let's get into some quick facts about the movie. After the big success of the first one, Paramount obviously wanted a sequel, and Tom Cruise was immediately on board. Apparently, Cruise offered De Palma to come back and direct again, but he declined, bringing in John Woo. The overall production of the movie has been reported in what was said to be a complete mess. First, John Woo clashed with the director of photography or cinematography, causing him to leave and having to replace him. Then there were also reports that Cruise and Woo argued on set as well about the movie, including the stunts. Cruise forced to do his own stunts himself as the opening scene of climbing the Rock Mountain with only a harness. There was also the shooting schedule that was longer than expected, and this caused the movie to finish over budget and cost people some jobs, notably Dougray Scott, who had to drop out of filming the first X-Men movie as Wolverine. Yes, technically Mission Impossible 2 filming did get us Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, in a way. So, besides the troubled production, how was the movie? Not really good. This is the first movie for the Summer Throwback series I didn't enjoy. This mostly falls down to me just not liking John Woo as a director for this movie. For example, the slow motion shots are happening out of the blue. And when one example is when there are two cars on a cliff, they're spinning out of control. The slow motion just kicks in out of nowhere, and the characters just look into each other's faces and their souls as the car's crashing, and then 2 seconds later, it goes back to normal, car crashes, whatever. But it's like, that doesn't really add anything to the story. Also, what was up with the pigeons? Seriously. At the end of the movie, I did not know. Apparently John Woo fucking loves pigeons, man. Apparently I do need to see Face Off because I think it also includes them. I've read online, but it's just too many pigeons. I understand for some of those scenes, it was meant to show how quiet Ethan Hunt had to be infiltrating, but it just didn't work out. Also, while the face masks are cool and they are a staple of the Mission Impossible franchise, they were really overdone here to a point where it was basically breaking the script. Oh, you want to set this up but don't know how? Use a mask. It was said that the first cut of this movie was over 3 hours and was cut down to 2. I can believe that, as there are a few scenes that didn't make much sense, as there is over an hour of the movie missing. Now, while this movie is not that good and is easily the weakest Mission Impossible movie, there are some things I did like. I did like the intro scenes, setting up the villains, and Ethan Hunt getting back into the action by accepting a mission. So, like, the first 10-15 minutes of the movie were actually really good. I did like the Spanish music part of the score when they were in Spain. For the main villain, I also liked that he was actually pretty competent and caught on to what Ethan Hunt and the team were kind of doing. It was also nice to see Ving Rhames again. However, the other guy on Ethan's team was really forgettable. I don't remember his name. The action for the most part was also really good. However, it did kind of go downhill at points, especially with the finale with the motorcycles just crashing into each other. At that point, I was just laughing at it. Overall, this movie was apparently a mess production-wise, and the film shows it. From poor director choices, and not having a tighter script that would have survived the movie being cut up, Mission Impossible 2 is easily the worst Mission Impossible movie, and definitely, on any ranking, would be last place.